Holy sex versus casual sex, an inspirational dating guide by EdnaMoore. I have read pages 1 through 37. Today I will start with page 38. What is holy sex? Now, holy sex is the title of this book. Now I want to discuss with you what is holy sex. After wiping the date from hell from my memory, I went on a journey to discover what constitutes holy sex. I wanted to explore my own concept of what I thought sex was, since I experienced firsthand what it was not. My first experience was beautiful, so I did have something to hold on to. My question was, isn't there something deeper to experience in a relationship? I didn't feel complete and satisfied to the bone. I began searching for something more meaningful in a relationship. I wanted a totally complete experience that touched every area of my life, not just when we were having sex. Through praying for a partner, I discovered the concept of holy sex throughout the years. This term was introduced to me when God gave me this book to write. As I questioned God about this term, He simply said, "This is what I call your total idea of sex. This has been your concept of sex for years. You just didn't have a term for it." I will begin by explaining the term holy sex. God coined this term just for me. I live daily with the concept of complete and total sex on my mind, always reminding people about what love was and what it was not, so as to reduce emotional abuse so many people I met were experiencing. People constantly question what was good about sex. I would reply, nothing if you did not have your feelings reciprocated and feel bombs bursting in midair while engaging in sex with your partner. I say to young people, find the right person to share your sexuality with. I'm not talking about staying in a relationship with someone for 25 years. That does not mean holy sex, because you can still feel disconnected to your mate and go through the motions because this is a routine. Holy sex encompasses the culmination of feelings generated throughout the relationship. There is a soulmate connection with the possibility of bonding spiritually. It creates a level of ecstasy when you are with that person alone or thinking about that person. I'm talking about heart-thumping, soulful sex with someone you love. This love is felt throughout the heart, body, and soul. It ripples through every thread of your being, making you want to live again, to love again, and again, and again, and again. When my mom got divorced at the age of 55, I had been discussing over the years what I thought making love involved: the mind, body, heart, and spirit. She called me one day and told me she had found it. I could tell by her actions, voice tone, and the way she began to live life again that she had discovered the principles of holy sex. I don't know if holy sex really exists for everyone or if it's like chasing after a rainbow. It is what I desire in a relationship. I found it only a few times. The thought of holy sex is what keeps me motivated. It keeps me striving to find this kind of relationship. You could say it's a myth or a dream worth trying to fulfill. It's your call. Holy sex goes beyond lovemaking. It's the totality of two spirits uniting to become soulmates. It was imperative that I experience a soulful connection before considering a sexual relationship with someone. A soulful connection helps you tolerate habits you don't like in your mate. It allows you to speak to your mate and not harbor anger after a disagreement. It propels your conversation throughout each waking day. You're not lonely whenever your mate is away, even in a long distance relationship. It increases the trust and viability of the relationship. I have been sharing this concept with people for 30 years. People go on this journey with me and question your own relationships, past and present. Make your goal to engage in this kind of relationship before you enjoy and end your journey on this earth. you'll be glad that you did. Are you having holy sex? Holy sex is a total and complete experience for the mind, body, and soul. Two souls commune doing lovemaking. A burst of energy flows from head to toe for days, with memories of that person engraved in your daily thoughts. Chills permeate your body as you recap bit by bit the experience. Holy sex leaves you so many wondrous thoughts flooding your mind. It takes months before the savor of each thought disappears. You want to live again after each sexual experience. Years evaporate from your being as you engage in a holy sexual experience. When you experience holy sex, it's not about the sexual act, because sometimes it's not that great. It's about the inner feelings holy sex generates: wholeness, creativity, ecstasy, euphoria, endorphins bouncing freely, and an adrenalin rush. Everything in the relationship is not physical. 20% of the relationship involves sex. 80% involves emotional energy generated between partners when they are not in bed. It is not a hot thrill that can easily be replaced by another woman or man if the relationship dissolves. Warm thoughts of that person remain with you for a lifetime, even after the relationship has ended. In a holy sex relationship, one does not have to be jealous, insecure, and see each other daily or weekly to know that person loves you. Thoughts, memories, and feelings linger long after the sexual encounter has ended. These feelings span over the days, weeks, and months you are apart. It is synonymous with distant love, even though you may live in the same house. Each sexual encounter feels like the first time. It is emotional more so than physical. The level of intimacy surpasses all understanding. There is a connection that supersedes reason. When you are having holy sex, you can breathe again. Fears do not bombard your spirit. You feel positive about your life, and your energy level is renewed because you have dropped 20 years off your chronological age. You no longer have to find things to do to fill your days and nights. You no longer have to be a workaholic. You have finally found a place called home within yourself. At what point should you sit yourself down and say, stop the insanity and start looking for holy sex? When you wake up depressed each morning as you look into your partner's face, when you rush to bed and make sure you are asleep before your partner comes to bed, when you vacillate day after day over your unfulfilled sexual desires, when you feel no emotional connection after your partner makes love to you, when you spend hours on end complaining about your sex life to a friend, when you lay awake at night contemplating how to end the relationship, when you start dreaming about a holy sex partner. Holy sex satisfies the soul. Holy sex makes your bedroom rock when you have an emotional connection with your sex partner. You don't need the music, rose petals, or wine. You only need your enthusiastic partner who feels that if it was his or her last day on the planet, they would want to spend it with you. You can be poor or rich, it doesn't matter. This person has a window into your soul. When two souls commune and are on the same page emotionally, the sexual experience leaves you feeling whole inside and out. Your body is rejuvenated, your brain is energized, your creativity flows, and sparks fly throughout your inner being. This sexual experience is so awesome because your partner is producing these wondrous feelings on the inside of you. Holy sex is attainable if you pray and ask God to send you a mate. If you have a spiritual communion with your mate, it enhances the sexual relationship and allows you to achieve the ultimate experience. I believe that is why the Bible says no sex before marriage. Holy sex leads to commitment. Holy sex is healthy sex, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Your heart thumps and jumps at the mention of the person's name or a single thought of that person. You hallucinate over the two hearts that are joined for dinner over a dinner date, a walk in the park, or a telephone call. It creates a euphoria that knocks you off the planet. Your mind soars to places you've never been before. Your conversation flows like a river in and out of bed. You feel totally whole, whether that person is in the same space with you or in another country. Your brain sends shockwaves to connect with that person, whether you're in the same room or sharing an imaginative moment over the phone. Thoughts of that person becomes like an aphrodisiac. Ecstasy reigns throughout your world. You can run, skip, jump, or walk. Neither matters because your soul is on fire. It gives you inner peace. Holy sex enhances your total being. I think holy sex cures a lot of ailments and sicknesses. Holy sex is exercise for the mind, body, and soul. Holy sex allows you to feel true exhilaration. I just feel sex should add a third dimension to your life, something worth experiencing and doing. How to meet your holy sexual partner. After having my first sexual experience, my soul asked, "Is this it? You mean to tell me I've been counting the minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years for this? This was unacceptable. I felt it had to be more than this. It had to produce more than this within my psyche. Something had to surge from within to motivate me to give that part of myself to anyone. I went on a journey to find where the ultimate brain-thumping sexual experience lies. It took years of desperate seeking, my body not being aware of the search, but it rested in the back of my mind. I was not going to end this mission until I found my definition of a holy sexual partner. I listened to men and women share their sexual experiences. None of them portrayed my definition of holy sex. I refused to have another sexual experience until I met the person that I felt could bring this mission to fruition. Along the search, my path grew long and long. Many seemed to be good candidates, but as we engaged in conversation, they were clueless. Sex was an act to them, not an experience. I wanted sex to be an experience. I wanted to feel something, hold on to something, have something I could recall over and over in my mind, and my heart ached for the next experience. It was a tedious and lonely journey, but I did not want to experience the emptiness I felt after the first time. If I could not have experienced what I was seeking, I wanted no parts of sex. After seeking with no avail, I suddenly realized that I forgot to pray and ask God to send me a holy sex mate. Holy sex seems like an impossible dream. It seems like a heavenly attainment. Once you stop looking at outward appearances for a mate and start looking at the heart and soul of people, your chances are greater in finding the sexual partner. It is not about beauty on the outside. It's about beauty on the inside. It's about what the soul resonates to someone's spirit as you converse, date, and caress. If nothing resounds, the thought of sex should come to a screeching halt. Red sirens should flash and an empty sign should pop up on your forehead. You can remain friends, but no sex. Every caring man you meet is not meant for sex. To find a holy sex partner, you have to pull all your feelings and put them on the table and let your sexual desires be an open book to your partner. You must not be afraid to get hurt or lose everything emotionally. You must peel off layers of inhibitions to expose who you are sexually. You must discuss sexual expectations openly, fears, problems, and insecurities. You must trust that your partner is listening and sharing his or her life with you. You must know that your partner is on the same page. Even if the relationship doesn't last forever, at least you've experienced holy sex and formed a relationship with a person before having sex. I'd rather have holy sex or no sex at all. It's not to say the holy sexual relationship will last forever. It is to say, what holy sex can do for your total being, and the advantages outweighs the pitfall. In the end, you reap the benefits of being healthy sexually. Roadmap to attract a holy sexual partner. Your sex must radiate through all areas of your life in order to experience holy sex. Your humor must exude through every ounce of your being. If a person does not take time to sense your inward sexuality, don't let them explore your physical sexuality. Your attitude must exemplify positivity. You must be able to appreciate anyone's point of view. You can agree to disagree. Good sex must not be your ultimate game. It will materialize into this once you attract your holy sexual partner. Your ability to listen will make you a passionate sex partner and increase your caressing time. Your ability to empathize will make you a passionate sex partner and prolong the sex act. Don't seek perfection in a mate. Focus on his or her needs. Outward sexuality means you are a prime target for casual sex. Inward sexuality creates a mystery to be explored by someone seeking holy sex. Don't become dependent on your sexuality to get you a mate. You need substance, confidence, purpose in life, and a sense of who you are. Don't become comfortable once you land a holy sex partner. Stay in the moment. Keep a steady grip on what the relationship means to you. Change things about yourself, only if it will enhance the relationship. Don't let your sexual experiences consume you and make you alter your lifestyle and personality. Remember what attracted you to that person. Keep in mind, this may or may not be your last chance at holy sex. So don't become clingy and needy or make trying to please your mate the ultimate goal. I'll see you next time.